Welcome back to our vintage playthrough, episode 28. We are in September 1st here. As we went through the night, we did get some hail damage on our corn. I think, yeah, and a little right here. I don't think there was, yeah, maybe. It's not as bad as you think, though. Could have been worse. On today's episode, it is indeed time to sell the horses. We are at the top price. Finally, 36 months. That took forever. We are here at $5,000. Again, it's not great, but I did go ahead and look at that mod as I promised I would look at it. It was going to be way overpowered because it would be 17,000, which is, I think it's overkill, and it's going to make it, it would just not be right to do that. So we're just going to sell them at 5. We got the next batch started anyway. They're really not that bad to take care of. I mean, we could see how it goes. We'll get these sold, of course. The first time we're going to use the horse trailer in this episode. Kind of exciting to do that. I also would like to... Actually, that might actually hook up to our car now that I think about it. Let's take a quick look at the hitch. It's got to be a ball hitch. It has to be. It is. The question is, will it pop up on our car? We don't use our car a whole lot, so I'm going to try to use it. Because it's definitely the point of having it to get to our locations a little bit faster. Starts up beautifully. Haven't been using it. Look out, Uma. Yeah, in today's episode, we're going to plant our barley in our new field as well. And I also did go ahead and go on the mod hub and looked at some new spreaders. Because I said I was going to do that because that other one was getting... we kind of outgrew it. So we actually have 2 to choose from, but I think I'll wait until we're ready to do that. They sit nice and low, so they'll be easy to fill up. So that's something definitely to look forward to. It'll be like I said, time we get the next crops down. We should do this. We're gonna do this realistically here. Kind of hard to see sometimes when you're backing up. Yeah, we just backed up into the fence. I gotta use my driver mirror here. Like I said, first time we're using the horse trailer, so it's exciting and a little scary at the same time, especially we're hooking this up to a car. It should hook up, I think. Yep, there we go. Attach. How does it look? Can it support it? I think we'll be fine. This should be the spot to load them. So we will get, let's see here. Put them on. Yeah, the one's at 5,000. On the trailer, there goes Ollie. Tango. And then we might, do we gotta come back? I think it only holds 2. Yeah, it only holds 2 on the trailer. Maybe for the sake of selling, we should get rid of this one, another small one. Either that or we should just buy one more and have 4, but they're already at 3 months. Let's go ahead and buy one more, I think. We'll actually buy it when we go down to the farm area and we'll bring it back. It'll be off by 3 months, but I don't know if I should take it this short. I guess we'll be alright. We will be alright. Yeah, if we have to wait a few extra months to sell the other one, or get them both kind of meet in the middle somewhere. I'm actually surprised this car handles this well. I did not expect this. Finally, something we can use the car on. Yeah, we'll run this down. And then we'll, like I said, we'll pick up a small one. And then we'll sell our other one. Very smooth getting the horses down here. This car handled it very well. I'm very impressed. So I don't think... Yeah, this should just be an even... What? 10,000? For these? I also wanted to see if we can unfold this trailer, because I'm not absolutely sure that we can. Oh, yes we can. I hit it on the way down. I guess we just see their butts. So Ollie, go ahead and sell. 5 grand, and Tango, 5 grand. Yep, 10 grand, and then we'll go ahead and buy another one. We can do 2 and 2. Let's do a black one. Gonna cost us 500. We'll do 1. There we go. I don't believe it shows them young. No, they're pretty full right there. Okay, let's head back, get this one in, and we'll get one more to sell. Back in the back way here. Hopefully we don't get stuck in the mud. I was thinking if we actually probably did this properly, it probably would be cool to have the horses staggered more, you know, so you're doing selling them instead of like every now and then, instead of like all at once. I mean, we could buy more batches later and do that. We almost should take more advantage of it. Alright, so let's see. Yep, into the pen. There we go. And then we'll take Napoleon, get them sold. Okay, so there's the next batch. Yeah, maybe we will, you know, wait a few months, maybe a year. And we really should consider, like I said, getting some more, and we can start maximizing the horse. How much does that pen hold, by the way? I didn't check that. It holds 15. Again, they would use some more food, too. They've been pretty good about food. I'll have to see how it goes. I think that might not be a bad idea. I know we can change it up a little bit. Like I said, utilize them a little bit more. Should have really did that in the beginning. But I wasn't entirely sure I was going to keep him, but I think we will. And then we can... Like I said, I hardly ever use horses, so it's nice to explore that realm a little bit. Here we go. Napoleon. Bam. Sold. Excellent. So 15 grand in total. I think we'll also hook the water trailer up to this, and we'll just get the water taken care of on our cows and our pigs. The cows are completely out, so we got to get them topped up. And we might as well do it with a car because it's just a little bit faster. And then we can get on to planting, I should say seeding. We're going to seed in our barley in the new field. Should look pretty nice over there. There we go. Okay. I don't think it's worth getting another one. Pigs are at 20. These are actually going to be sold next month. We could go one extra month, because these are right behind it, and then we can do them both in the same month. It's not a bad idea. Should also probably top up our chickens as well. Other than that, I think we're in good shape. And we can finally start getting on to our seeding. Also, we'll have to seed it, roll it, and then we got to fertilize it with the manure spreader. So we definitely got a jam-packed episode. I'm hoping we can get it all done, but if not, we'll just do what we can. Let's set this out of the way here. And then we can, like I said, we'll get the skid steer. Perfect. We got some use out of the car. See, I think we had a partial bag. Yeah. Yeah, once we use these up, we'll grab the regular handbags, and we don't need the skid steer anymore. We can just walk them over. That'll be kind of nice. It should, yep, it's gone. Yeah, let's put another one in, I guess. Slowly but surely, we're starting to use up what we have. This was here when we inherited the farm. Pretty nice to have that on hand. This stuff lasts quite a while in the chicken area. We got quite a few years left here, I think, on feed, but we'll see how it goes. Okay, so I think without further ado, we should be ready to start our seeding. I guess we'll grab the farm all here. Uma's climbing on the tractor. Since it's in the shed here. I don't know if we'll upgrade the seeder. I don't think there was really any options to look at, especially for our horsepower. I mean, we could do 140 on our Volvo. This one's only 95. So that's something we have to kind of take into account. What do we have for seed left in here? Yeah, we might be able to get through the whole entire field. We should probably fix it up. If we can sneak into the shed. Before we do that, like I said, let's just see if there is any seeders that would be worthwhile to shoot for. But I mean, there's this one, but that's harder to maneuver in our farm area or shed area. And everything else is so high requirement for horsepower. That one's 150. It's the same working with though, so there's really no point. We'll just go with what we got. Like I said, I don't really want to expand too much on equipment. We're not far enough ahead. Here we go. Yeah, let's go ahead and repair that. How's our tractor looking? Looks pretty good. We must do what we must do to keep things running. So we need barley. There we go. Second one. And then we'll do... That seems like the best way to do the lines. Because if we switch it, it's gonna... I mean, this one flows nicely with this side, so... Let's go with that. And we are off. Let's take a quick peek at our results. Yeah, it needs rolling, and then we need nitrogen. It says there's large weeds. We haven't really dealt with the weed issue at all in this playthrough. They're really not that bad, but I guess we'll find out how this field turns out. we might want to invest in a weeder. But if they're large, a weeder wouldn't work. We'd have to get one of those hoes. Okay. Things are looking good here. Let's rock and roll. We got just a little bit more time before we wrap up on the episode, so we can get a good start here with the fertilization. We'll go grab our manure spreader. We actually have to finish all that manure over on our other cornfield. It's sitting on the corner there. We haven't used it for the last couple field growths, I think. But it'd be nice to get rid of that because our new pile is now behind the greenhouse. So at least get one load loaded up, I think. And then we'll get that spreaded. And then we'll have to continue or finish up on the next episode. Let's see, I'm trying to make sure we got enough space. Still got to be in the right spot here for this to work out for us. Perfect. Maybe it doesn't even work anymore. Maybe it got all rusted out from the rain sitting over here because we haven't used it in so long. I actually do like this spreader too. It looks very nice for a vintage farm. Yeah, she's old and worn down. Probably get that picked up first. And then we'll back it up and get the rest of that. How's this doing? Yeah, there's one more state yet and then we can cut grass again. I believe our manure fork is over by our greenhouse. Sure is. Kind of nice with the core. We got a little more privacy around here. Stands pretty tall. Proud and tall. Tall and proud. Make sure it's going in and not dumping on the ground. Yes, it is. Perfect. A little bit more here. There we go. Still some straw on the ground there. Able to utilize our field more. Getting all this picked up. Probably would be a bad idea if we picked up some of that trash there and filled that in. Could square the field or put another pit there or something. Although it does make it kind of interesting, you know? Having breaks like that. Maybe we'll get lucky and we'll get all this picked up. There's a lot here. But our spreader does hold quite a bit here. Alright, looks like we finally got a full load. We did get most of it, but there's still a little bit left. Let's see if we get a better view of it here. Yeah, there's a bunch down in that pit. I am hoping that we can come back. Well, I'm hoping we can get it all used up. Let's put it that way. I guess we can cut across our grass field here. And our new driveway peeled away. All right, get her set up. And I think we'll have to look and see what the pH is, or excuse me, the nitrogen is going to be. We may have to do a second round at some point to try to get it in spec. Because this doesn't get the total required amount all the time. Depending on what the crop is, of course. It's actually going to last a little bit. Thought this would have went really quick. It's actually... yeah, pretty nice. I mean, took a little bit to fill it up, but it lasts. Unlike lime, it felt like we went through that really quickly. Maybe we won't get that pile used up. No, we'll at least have to fill it one more time, I think. So we're almost halfway. Yeah, we'll have to fill it one more time. I think. Regardless, we'll fill it up to get it out of the way. So obviously, we don't need to use the spreader for anything else. It'd be interesting if they had it so you could put, like, the lime in the manure spreader. Because I think technically that would work. There we go. %. Very nice. One thing I do like about using GPS is you can actually turn around and watch your work happening. Hit that little bit there. There we go. Running her out. Oh, the chain thing doesn't work on the... They didn't animate that. Okay. Let's take a look at the field. And we are at... We're at bad. Oh, well this part here says good. That says bad. We need 140. Yeah, so, yeah, we gotta get all the way to here, so it's gonna be quite a bit to... We'll try to do another one at some point. We could even do the slurry too to switch it up. But we'll let a growth stage happen and then we'll have to go from there. Okay, we're gonna leave it there for today's episode, and then like I said, we'll get this finished on the next one. And then we'll advance and we'll probably, like I said, have to do another as well. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.